Surviving Reality contains explicit content full of snark and sarcasm that may not be suitable for all audiences. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello and welcome to Surviving Reality.
I'm Corey.
And I'm Carly, and this is 7 Little Johnstons, Season 17, Episode 7. Now you're POV. Now you're training a chicken. They keep putting POV in. They're trying to make them like very like Gen Z, internet forward.
You can't do that for 2 episodes in the same season, though.
I know,
right?
Yeah.
Like that's where it's you're leaning too heavily into this, and it's just you're trying too hard. I think at this point
Yeah.
is what's really going on.
Yes. Yeah, I just recently read a book that was like, they were trying to weave Gen Z, like, slang all throughout the book, and it felt very forced.
Yeah.
It disrupted the reading experience for me as a millennial.
Trying to make it topical, yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we are. We're talking about 7 Little Johnstons, and we had a very big week because I went to check our TikTok notifications because we post on TikTok.
Yeah.
We post on TikTok. We post on Instagram in case you don't follow us yet.
POV, you're posting on TikTok.
Anna Johnston liked one of our TikToks from last week.
Wow.
The one titled More Fun Without Liz, where we were talking about how Bryce was enjoying wedding planning with Jonah more.
Because it's a smoother process. Yeah, this is way more fun. It's a lot of yes and improvisational sort of acceptance that's going on with the wedding planning. But with Liz, it's all no. If you like that, no. The answer is no.
So I'm going to take that as an endorsement of our podcast from Anna.
That's basically what this is now. And Anna, if you're listening, hey, friends, we want to be friends. Yeah.
This is an Anna Johnston approved podcast.
Yes, just reaching out on that basis as well. So keep that in mind.
All right. We're still talking about this fucking wedding that nobody cares about. Let's begin.
We're talking about planning projects for this wedding that nobody seems to be doing, the projects for the wedding. We keep hearing about all these different things that need to be going on, all these things. But then it's like, what are these things that are popping up now? Because Liz is an artiste, which we know. We've seen that documented on the series several times. And now she's creating a wedding guest book.
She's just painting their name on something, and then everyone's going to sign?
It's a good
Is
script.
that how it's going to work?
Yeah, a big script of wedding or something. I don't know what she was doing, but she was looking for a big eraser because she messed something up, and so that was what she was trying to work on that. But then Trent and Amber are like, oh, this is great timing for us to just do some stuff that we needed to film anyway, which we were going to do family portraits because that's a topical thing on social media. So we have to do that.
Okay.
Our fingers to the pulse here.
For real, though, this has to be the 3rd or 4th time we've seen this done on a reality show.
Plathville was where we saw this
Don't
before.
ask me for all the examples.
Did it have
off
it
the
on
top of my
90 Day
head.
stuff?
I don't
Was
remember.
it a 90-day thing?
But this is a trope at this point. We've
Well,
seen this done many a time.
That seems to be a lot of the TLC shows. They just do the same stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's the same ideas.
We're seeing
that get
Barry
spread
Plath
around.
go in the sauna this season.
Sauna, yes. There's a lot of crossover there. We had, Amy was doing her stuff on Thousand Pound Sisters, her artwork things. So she had art shows.
She's not really a portrait artist.
Not so much on the portraits. No. She's more
I hope we get there one day, though.
interactive mixed media is what she's going with for some of it.
So instead of doing something that was actually a good use of time with a month until the wedding, they're going to paint pictures of each other.
We're going to do portraits, family portraits of each other. Well, most of us are, because nobody's going to do Emma, because Emma has to do Leighton. Yeah. Because Leighton's a baby.
Well, they can't address that normally she'd be paired up with Anna, and Anna's not here, so.
Awkward.
And the baby can't paint.
Right. Yeah. You can't have the baby finger paint?
You probably could. Why not?
You could have seen Leighton's artistic interpretation of what Emma looks like through Leighton's eyes and really get that experience.
And then if she was really, really good, we would have Liz bragging about how, see, she inherited my artiste skills.
Yes.
And then if she was really bad, she would use it to make fun of Bryce and talk about how he's terrible at anything that has to do with art, unlike her.
Bryce failed art class because he's an idiot and he sucks at everything.
I took screenshots of Bryce on the couch this episode every time that they like had a different scene of them sitting on the couch explaining something. And he is just so upset.
He's miserable.
He hates this woman.
Yeah. Well, and that's what we were going back and watching some of the older episodes when Liz and Bryce had moved back in right when Leighton was born, and they were still living with Trent and Amber at the house, and they were trying to navigate this, but there was all the complexities of a lot of opinions flying around, and it was very difficult to be new parents under the watchful eye of Trent and Amber because they're constantly telling you how you're doing everything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets a little frustrating after a while. And the difference there is that they were building up in their mind, oh, we need to move out because this is like a Trent and Amber problem.
Once we get away from the house, it'll fix all of our problems.
Once we get into our own place and we're able to be parents. No, I think that made things worse because that was why they broke up originally in the first place was when they went and lived on their own and they became miserable.
It didn't go well.
It didn't go great.
I think it's not going well again.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that it's like Liz puts up a front where she pretends like everything's cool. So even when she was living with Trent and Amber, she was pretending like things weren't bothering her, but they were. And so when she lives alone, I don't think they fight well. Like they don't fight in healthy ways. I think when they fight. And like, I don't think that's going well. I don't think the communication's good.
Yeah, I was just curious because I was taking the screenshots and I was like, is this all the same day or something? And he's just in a bad mood or maybe they got in a fight beforehand. But they were different days because he had different haircuts.
Yeah, it was
so he's just consistently miserable now.
Not enjoying this.
I liked how Amber chose who was going to paint who.
Oh, who would paint whom?
You got assigned your partner.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Yes, which left Emma out in the cold. But I did like that it was Jonah and Alex paired up, which I was like, I don't know what to expect from this. Like that's your wild card matchup, I think, on the booking here for the evening. But what's the main event?
Oh, Amber and Trent.
Of course.
I knew she wasn't going to react well to whatever he painted.
Yeah, I mean, how would he be able to capture her perfect essence?
And I thought the painting that he made was much more complimentary than it should have been.
Okay. You see Amber differently than what Trent saw?
I think I do.
A little bit.
It looked kind of sweet.
Oh, okay.
Innocent. Not as bossy.
Not threatening. Yeah. I didn't feel unsafe around it. Yeah.
What did you think about the picture that she painted of Trent?
Was a little rough. Yeah, because he had been out in the sun. He was fishing and he had a bunch of like sun blisters all over his lips. He was like, please don't draw all my herpes on.
She did.
She absolutely did. So even though he requested, please don't include my flaws, she took that as a caricature boardwalk artist and ran with it and was like, that's going to be the emphasis of the piece.
She also gave him like a little bit of jaundice. Do you notice? The whites of his eyes.
Oh, I thought you meant like he was a little
looking
yellow.
Good.
Like a Simpsons character or something. I thought
you were the tint.
There was a hue about him.
Alex and Jonah's paintings.
This is my favorite.
How did Alex manage to make Jonah look like a South Park character?
Alex made Jonah? I thought that Jonah made
so maybe they both looked like... Yeah.
It was like...
Look, I was afraid to say anything about the painting of Alex. Because it felt like it crossed a boundary for me personally.
You're dangerously close. You're dangerously close to... Yeah, this was... Well, when you said South Park character, that's what I was like, oh, I thought you meant like the Shitty Walk guy, you know? So that was where I thought that was going. I don't know any of the characters' names. Don't worry about it. So that's where I thought you were going with that, was where I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like I could see that being a thing. Honestly, I think I think Jonah did a good job of capturing the essence of Alex on the portrait there, but Alex is not so good for basically going to art school at this point for broadcast, but I guess they're not doing
different
painting
medium
classes. Yeah, very different. Very different.
I liked how Jonah finished his off by dragging his hand down the front of it so that it just like smeared everything.
Yeah. Just kind of blend, you know?
I feel like you saw that on TikTok.
That could have been a thing. Yeah, he was looking up tricks and tips, how to do this ahead of time, so that way he doesn't make an absolute fool of himself here.
It's aesthetic art.
Yeah.
They were timed for doing this, which would have upset me.
We did that too.
We did?
We did.
I don't remember it.
Did we?
How long did we give ourselves?
Oh, maybe we didn't time.
I feel like you were painting for a very long time.
Maybe we didn't time. Maybe because I was like, I will not paint if there is time.
So we also did this after they did it on Welcome to Plathville. And we're going to reveal our portraits for you.
Yeah.
But
at the end
let's
of the
get
segment.
through everybody else.
At the end of the segment, yeah.
Emma runs out of time, and I'm kind of relieved that she did because I was kind of...
I don't know where this was going.
It was scary.
This is like something that would pop up on a Duggar's hard drive, you know, like we were getting dangerously close.
So she's painting a picture of Leighton, but it's based on a photo that's on her phone of her sitting in the bathtub.
So we got like pieces of that, but then she didn't finish that. So we just have like a faceless baby with eyes and then like bubble type accents and features around.
I felt like I couldn't even see the bubbles.
No, because then that's what people were saying was it was looking like angelic, like wings. It almost looked like an in memoriam sort of tribute here. Very concerning. Didn't like where this was going. Wasn't a fan of the overall application here.
Paint over it and start over.
It would have been so much better. I wanted her to just turn it around and have it be Anna. A portrait, a flawless portrait of Anna. Just
that would have been hilarious.
Incredible. Yeah.
We'd have to see Amber's reaction.
She wouldn't like that. She wouldn't approve of that. No, she's not going to like that.
And then we had Liz and Bryce paint each other because I guess we're trying to see if we can end the engagement the month before.
Yeah, we're stress testing this thing as much as we can. Right at the buzzer, right at the end here. But Liz has a loophole where she's like, oh, I don't paint people. So I just chose not to engage in that. And I just painted, when I close my eyes and I see the aura of Bryce, what his spirit animal is, it's a buck dad, you know, a dad buck.
A buck dad?
A buck dad.
What is this? It was deer, right? Dressed? Well, it had clothes on like a person.
It had a hat. It had the dad hat on.
Okay.
Yeah. Buck dad.
Well, I don't think that Liz understands that there's clothing that doesn't have words on it. Like mama, lolly, boppa, dad.
Yeah.
All their clothing
Everything
has to be
label.
labeled. Otherwise, she doesn't know which drawers it goes in.
I think that's really what it comes down to. Yeah. To keep the laundry efficiently
sorted,
sorted and organized and staying on track.
It pissed me off that she didn't paint him. Because that wasn't the challenge.
That wasn't the challenge.
And also, it's because she was afraid of being embarrassed.
She has a reputation to uphold. She also knows she would do a bad job if it was a person, if she was trying to do a portrait here. And so she was intentionally avoiding that because she needed to be better at this. Because then when she sees her rendition that Bryce made, and it's terrible, of course, not to her liking at all. Well, yeah, that's what mine would have looked like, too.
The point is that this is kind of a funny thing to do together.
As you will see in our portrait reveal, too. Which, if you haven't seen the photo on Patreon, then yeah, it's here.
All right.
Okay.
Let's get them out.
Okay.
We're going to reveal them just like they did. So you're going to hold up the painting that I did of you, and then I have the one that you painted of me.
Oh my God. That was probably so loud.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. And now Maisie's smacking into stuff. Okay, there we go.
You're going to have to be watching the video to see, obviously.
Yes, good call. Maybe we could do this as if we hold them up long enough and then we land on a wide shot. We'll have that be the photo that we can use when we reveal our portraits.
Mine's horrifying that you did of me.
Yeah, I didn't get to pencil sketch first, so when I'm just committing right on the paint, That's a lot. That's a lot
I really
to do.
like it, though. I feel like I've gotten desensitized to looking at it because
It's not as
when
alarming
you
now.
revealed it, I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, but I like it.
Yeah, yours looks good too. You got a lot of my features and stuff. I look just as surprised too. And there's a lot of lashes. I didn't put any lashes on yours though.
No.
Yeah, no. And then people thought that because this was before we did the face reveal too. We just did the portraits instead, so people had no idea. I was throwing people off. I was still trying to conceal our identities without even realizing
That's
that.
what you were
That
doing?
must have been it.
Mm-hmm.
People thought that I had neck tattoo. No, that's just my growth. My hair, my chest hair comes up my neck. So there you go.
I think they're pretty good.
I think they're pretty good.
We had fun doing
It
it.
gets the job done. You know, it really
All right.
sells it.
Let's move on. I'm going to put this down
Here, bring it over
here. Okay, I'm not
Bring it
allowed to
over
put anything down
Bring it over
anymore
here.
because it'll make noise.
Yeah, too loud.
Well, that was a good waste of an entire evening that they could have been doing other things. So
I
there's
don't know.
still a lot left on the list.
There's a lot to do for the wedding. We're still going to come up with other things to do instead of doing things for the wedding, though. I think that's what we've learned. This entire season just ends up being a lot of that. And we hear more about that in the bedroom catch-up scene with Amber and Trent as well, because they're rattling off the entire list of other things that they need to be doing, all the stuff that they're worried about. Plus, they brought in the portraits, and Trent already has stands ready to prop up right on the nightstands.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, every morning you can roll over. Why was his nose a completely different color, though? Do you remember that?
I don't know.
It was like a puppet nose, you know, where it's just like a totally different color for the nose.
I think after you just held up the one that hold up the one you did me. Let's see the nose you put on that.
What?
I don't know.
I worked very hard on the shading. It wasn't a different color. I did different colors around it because that's the shadows around a nose. It's not just a completely different color right in the middle of the schnoz there.
Mm-hmm. I think Amber had a hard time mixing the paints.
Yeah, probably a lot of that. The
I think
majority.
that maybe explains the whites of his eyes as well.
Maybe.
Those
Maybe.
aren't going to stay up. They're probably going to get thrown in a fire pit at some point at the wedding.
That's
We're
the
gonna use them
safest way
for fire fuel.
to take care of this, probably. If we didn't have enough bachelorette party fun with the alleged stripper from last week, I still don't think the way the man was dancing did not give stripper.
No, I agree. He wasn't one.
His mouth being open in the ways that he was, no. This man was not a professional. This was somebody from the crew or something as a joke.
Imagining that was her bridal shower?
Right? Like,
Didn't
what
it
was
say
this?
it on the sign?
It was a bachelorette. So not a bridal shower. It was a bachelorette party. Was that what it is? Is this the distinction that we're going with?
But I don't think that's what it said.
No, it was
her bridal brunch or something.
It was penises and
Prosecco.
but not that, right? It was
pajamas and
pajamas,
Prosecco.
PJs and Prosecco, of course. Right.
So that was not good enough because now Emma wants to throw a surprise bridal shower for Liz.
You know what it is?
What?
I think that was the one that the maid of honor planned. Liz's friend planned.
Uh-huh.
So, no, Amber did not get any credit for the involvement with that. So we have to do a whole other thing to surprise Liz because this is the one that Mom's going to put on.
So it's going to be a million times better.
Obviously.
Duh.
Yes.
And she has to get all the recognition.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
because Amber's helping.
Yes, right. Emma wants to do it, but now this is another thing on her list for Amber that she's going to have to do because Emma can't plan a whole bridal shower by herself.
Yeah. Yeah. So it becomes Amber's other... this is just yet another thing on the list that Amber's going to have to do because even though it is so sweet of Emma wanting to do this and work on this, but there's no way that she'd be able to do that on her own as like somebody in their early 20s to plan a party and stuff. Impossible. No way that's going to happen.
So she's got that to do. And Trent still has a growing list of projects that need to be done in the backyard. And he's going to need some help because of that.
Well, he was getting upset too, where he was like, yeah, because you guys keep adding stuff. And then Amber was like, need I remind you, most of these projects were your idea because you wanted to build the chuppah or whatever stuff. So you wanted to build
the flagstone under the pavilion.
Okay.
Does sound like a project that he's been meaning to get to for years. And he's just finally going to do it for the wedding.
Because I don't disagree. It would look nicer. But if it's not completed and it's not done, that's not going to look nice.
No.
But then all of they were going to do stands or like, what was it? Podiums or like, what was he doing? It's these arches. They were going to do arches.
She wants like a raised platform.
A platform.
And then the archers will go on the platform.
Right. So there was like...
I thought he scrapped that, though.
3 of those that were in the works at one point. I don't know if he's getting around to all those.
He needs to build an ark for this wedding. That's really what he needs to be working on.
He doesn't know, but yeah. How many cubits does it need to be? That's what we got to find out.
Forget all the other projects. We're going to need the wood for the ark.
So like there's so many projects to do. He's going to need some help. I love how he was still mapping this out of like, I need everybody on hand for like 3 or 4 Saturdays. That's a month of work that you're talking about. I mean, like, I get it that it would be spread out over 3 or 4 weeks.
But it gets us right to the wedding.
But that is literally, like, that is all the time that we have for this. So are we absolutely certain that that's going to take place? That we're going to get this done?
I'm so confused. Does he still have a job?
I don't know what
I remember
he's doing.
he took a bunch of time off when Liz had the baby.
Yes.
And then did he ever return back to work?
Is that still, are we still like in transition here for like, yeah, what are we doing? The other thing that's destroying me with this whole process is how he's still looking at this like he does the landscaping stuff every day, all day, every day still, where he's like, oh, this should take this long. This should be pretty quick. We should be able to lay this down in this many hours. That was when you were doing this all day, every day, and it was your entire life. You haven't been doing this for a long time. You are not in the condition or in the shape to be able to just blast all this stuff out.
Well, and you also don't have a full team of people who know how to help you.
Right. Yeah.
He has to like tell everyone. I was going to say boss everyone around, but that's Amber's job.
Right.
He has to direct everyone in what they need to be doing.
Attempting to direct traffic in this. But he has a lot of other stuff on his plate, too. He's been working on all the Medicaid paperwork for Nana because that's been a whole struggle. He's getting all overwhelmed of trying to set up. There's like a trust that you have to set up. There's all these legal documents. And if you don't do something right, then it's all messed up. And then it's all these complications. So he's getting nervous about doing things the right way too, and that's been all complicated. He's been trying to navigate that. It's
something that's very complicated and requires a lot of focus, and he's only got donkey brains.
Yeah, it's the donkey brains are really showing through on this these specific tasks too, because it's like, man, you got a lot of other stuff to worry about, and now you're throwing these extra complicated things that you have no experience with, and now you're trying to navigate that. I don't know how this is going to go. You're shaping up for, you can make a mistake and then it's a big, big problem down the road here. But Nana's not doing well in the nursing home too. No. So like that's another complication where it's just another layer. We're just loading up the donkey brains.
Very stressed.
All the stuff that you're thinking about with the things that are just constantly weighing on your mind here.
You know what's sad about it too? It's taking up time that he could be spending with his mom.
Yeah.
And she's got a terminal illness at this point. I have a real problem with them having the wedding at the house. I think this was a really stupid decision.
They should have done a venue.
Yeah. I mean, clearly no one has the time to be working on these big projects for this wedding.
No, I don't know if they were taking on all these projects because they want the distraction though. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like that is a component of it where they're not wanting to sit with this. Like, they don't want to think about this. They don't want to deal with these things. I have 50 million other things that I have to get done. I have to
Yeah.
do all of this stuff for the
That's
wedding.
certainly Amber's MO.
Yes. Yeah, where she just piles on until complete breakdown states. Yeah, we've seen that before.
And then she blames on everybody else, though.
Everybody else for
they all gave
overwhelming
her
me.
all of these things that she has to worry about.
You all overwhelmed me with all of your stuff that I made you do.
Okay, speaking of, we rewatched the episode where Poppy passes away.
Well, it was like right before that one.
The one where Amber goes to therapy.
Yeah, it's the one right before Poppy passes away.
Okay. Oh, yes. It was the one right before.
Because it was when they were like meeting up with Nana and Poppy, basically about like we should be taking the steps to, you know, moving into a nursing home for someplace with care, 24-hour care.
Though.
Yeah.
How come every time they seem to start getting things moving on something like this, the parent passes
Somebody
away?
passes away. Yeah. I don't know. Are you saying that, are you adding to our theory that Amber is slowly killing off family members?
I think Amber's got a little Dee Dee Blanchard in her maybe, and she likes to cross something off her to-do list.
Either that or she's got some J.D. Vance luck. She's got that touch.
Well, I don't think she's going to visit in the nursing home very much. She's busy.
Yeah.
She's working on her PhD now.
She's out there going. Yeah, pretty much. It's happening. And Trent is busy too. He's got his Boppa golf work that is all consuming, I suppose, at this point.
Okay, I found this interesting. Am I the only person who
You're
did?
the only one. You're the only one in this room.
So they meet up with Rance, it's only Trent who's meeting up with Rance.
It's Trent. Yeah. There is no they. Boppa golf is Trent. It's just Trent.
Amber actually seems very irritated on the couch and bored having to listen to him talk about his business.
The facial expressions that we got from Amber on these were the ones where it was like, maybe they could have been like, Amber, you could take a break. Go
have a snack.
Go have a snack. Go
work on a wedding project.
Something. Take a step back.
Put your nose in someone's business. We know you love doing that.
These solo shots of Trent here for the interview process. No, this is adding to it though, because Amber is really just not enthusiastic at all to hear about any of this stuff. But this is something that Trent has allegedly been working on for the last 4 or 5 years.
He's got a passion for it.
Haven't really seen too much of it.
Like the birdhouses.
Like the birdhouses on Etsy. Haven't seen that.
I do feel like this is something that could be lucrative, though, because it sounds like there's not a lot of places where you can get your golf clubs modified.
So I think he's limiting this, though, because what Jonah had to point out was where he's like, if you're doing customization for little people and the golf clubs that they're using, and that's it. That is your business, is I'm only doing things for LP customization. That's a very small subset of a small subset.
No, that's a good point. I think he needs to
be
a little broader. I feel like this has a lot of applications for a lot of different people.
Right. And that's what I'm saying is like, or customization for, whether it's the grips for people with different hand strength and tactile issues and things like that. So there could be customizations, modifications for interacting with the club. So there's like a lot of ways that you can broaden this out, or even if it's just, hey, it's a cool custom thing. We're doing custom grips where we'll change stuff out, whatever. So your Boppa golf customization now.
You have to make a little bit more money.
Well, yeah.
Figure
and
out
come up
other
with
ways that you can make this.
Coming up with ways where it's
bigger.
Not just one tiny subset of a larger group of people in the golf community that we're funneling down to here. How do we make this more accessible and have a broader audience here available?
I mean, I think it's a good start to a business. It just has to grow from there.
And it has to start from there. And if you have an interest in it and you're enjoying it and stuff, like, yes, that's where you can then say, okay, cool. I want to, expand on this and think of ways of how to do this. But that doesn't seem to be the part here. We're really zeroing in now on LP customization, cut for length and sizing and weighting and stuff like that. Are you okay?
No. So we meet Rance. He is a LP competitive golfer and a friend of the family and has been using kids clubs. And not only are they kids clubs, but they're also old at this point. I think
15 years old.
Yeah, they're not regulation anymore.
No, like
he can't compete with them.
Yeah, they're saying that he can't bring these on the tour, you know, like that's you're going to have to come up with something else. So now he's reaching limitations of what he's able to play based on the equipment that he has available. So I get it. It's an issue. This is a solution for that. But let's kind of broaden that. Let's widen out here a little bit.
I thought we were going to see the finished set of clubs.
No.
But this was just kind of a, hey, you want to try out something that I had laying around the shed?
The shop?
Whatever he calls it.
The Boppa Shoppa? Is that what that's where we're at.
The Boppa Shoppa.
The Boppa Shoppa.
He grabbed them and was like, test these out.
Here, give that a swing. Mm-hmm. See how that feels.
So that's what we watch. And I know nothing about golf.
I have nothing to contribute to this conversation at all when it comes to that. Of course, their family friend who they've met at LP conventions and stuff, and that they meet up and go play golf with and things like that. Like, yes, of course, this is going to be a big endorsement. This is a big sponsorship opportunity here, I
big
suppose.
Get for Boppa Golf.
Big get for Boppa Golf. Boppa Golfa Shoppa.
It was like a commercial for Boppa Golf. A little bit.
Yeah, I mean.
Like an infomercial, which was why you felt like you were going to fall asleep at the end.
Like an infomercial, which is why Amber looked like she wanted to evacuate the space as soon as possible. But much like a commercial, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with some college credits and courses that we're going to have to go over here. So be back in a minute.
Wait, what kind of college classes are these?
I think Alex is probably taking digital photography.
Intro to digital photography.
Yes. That's usually, I think there was, it wasn't image design. I can't remember what the name of the class was, but it was one of the only classes at our college where it was like, they still gave you like a film camera to go shoot with. And that was interesting. I never took that one though, because that was a lot of like the cinematography side of things, like the directors of photography and people who wanted to do like camera stuff. That was mostly about that, because it was, you know, kind of about like the balance of it and the rule of thirds and all that stuff.
Do you think it's like odd that his broadcast program has intro to photography?
No, I mean, I think that's usually you start with a base of, you start with photography because film is moving image, so you have to do
the still ones first.
You got to do the still ones first.
So
understand the power of a single frame, and then you can apply that same thing. So that's where you get like the baseline knowledge, and then you apply that to So
he's been taking a lot of photos of inanimate objects up until this point. A lot of landscapes, bowls of fruit, that kind of thing.
Tractor trailer truck toys on mounds of dirt.
Sure.
I think was another thing that we kind of
judging his art.
I wasn't art. It was, I was concerned about the photographs that we were going to see based on the still lifes that we saw. I had concerns.
Yeah, I think he excels in portrait photography in comparison. In comparison to the other stuff?
I think the editing saved him, because there was a lot of photos where we were getting, it was the landscape wide. We weren't doing, the reason why they call it portrait photography is because that's the vertical photo, that's portrait. So like we weren't shooting that way. So that was my other concern.
Is that true?
What?
I'm just double checking that's true. That's
double
the origin.
checking that's true.
That's the origin of
when it's referred to as a portrait. Okay. It's because it's a.
I don't want a red velvet cake situation. This is the second time I had to bring this up this week.
No, come on, that's portrait. Yeah, portrait is called that for a reason. There's portrait and landscape, because landscape you don't want to do a scenic outdoor wide space and shoot that portrait mode. Like you're gonna get a bunch of sky and a bunch of ground, and that's no good. You want landscape. You want the wide view of that. With a portrait, gotta go portrait. So, yeah.
A lot of people seem to struggle with that, especially when they're taking pictures for social media.
It's, because Well, it's specifically with video too, because then you spend. I think we spent like 15 years trying to get people to turn their phone sideways, because that was what was set for broadcast television. But now everything on social media is vertical video.
Mm-hmm.
So now when people film it horizontally, it's actually a problem if you're trying to post it on TikTok because you need it vertical. So basically just whatever you need people to do, they're going to do the opposite, is what I've learned. Yeah.
Good rule of thumb.
Yeah. Just plan on that.
Rule of thumb, rule of thirds. So we're taking pictures of Leighton today. And also Amber.
I guess. Yeah, Amber's just slipping in there. She's like, actually, I need some new headshots for my LinkedIn.
For real, for her LinkedIn.
For real,
you could go visit Amber Johnston's LinkedIn if you'd like to.
I don't recommend it.
It's an interesting read.
I was wondering, yeah, could we just take a photograph of Emma's painting of Leighton? Would that count? Because then that's an inanimate object. That's more Alex's speed here, but then we don't get a complete face, so I don't know if that counts as a portrait.
I was really, really worried that this entire thing was going to be taken over by Amber because we know how she interacts with photographers.
Well, I mean, Alex was worried. I think Alex was worried where he was like, it's going to be Amber, it's going to be Liz, and I'm taking photos of Leighton.
Oh, he knows. Toxic combination.
This is a recipe for disaster, and I know that I need to be very careful about what I do and what I say, and I'm just going to be kind of there to capture the moment and not really stand out on my own necessarily.
I feel like taking pictures of a baby is really hard.
Yeah, that's extra difficult.
Yeah.
I would feel like, unless it's like a newborn they're not moving around or anything, that's basically like shooting still life, it's just you plop them down somewhere and then you're just, taking some photos of them. But
I feel like he was thinking she's cute. She's a little baby. She's a kid. She's, what is it going to be her second birthday?
Yeah.
That's why they're taking pictures, or that's his excuse for why.
Right. Well, we're just getting value out of this. You're going to do it for a class anyway.
Yeah.
You're going to get credit for it. We're going to get some, birthday photos out of it too. So this is a win-win.
Mm-hmm. And the professor can't give you a bad grade, or what a dick.
Oh, I guess. Yeah.
Pictures of a baby, you're going to give me a bad grade?
Well, it depends on which ones you turn in. Because, I think it was... He said that he only needed to take 24 photos. He took way more than 24 photos, for sure.
He has to submit 24.
Okay, so maybe that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the edit. He saved it in the edit, too. Because, for most cameras nowadays, you can kind of point and shoot, and then you get something at least usable out of it. Depends on the lens. More so the lens.
I don't care.
Your
I'm
focal
bored.
range,
I'm
your depth
bored
of field.
watching this entire scene.
It's going to be a lot of that.
Except for when Amber started hassling him, and I was like, there she is.
There,
she can't resist
here she
it.
comes. She starts bossing around. Just like her staff photographer who she started going into that mode where she's just barking orders.
Yeah. We haven't seen that woman for a while. Is she going to take the wedding pictures?
She might. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see if she shows up. But like that
Amber's her second shooter.
Well, yeah, Alex is going to be the second shooter now, I guess. But like, she went right back into that mode where it was family portrait day and change of a season or whatever the reason was that they would take family photos. And she had this person basically at her beck and call every single time and was like, yeah, this is what we're doing today.
You're just there to take the picture because I can't
push the button.
But if I could, I would.
Yeah. And I'm getting
if
close.
I could be in the picture and be the one taking the photo.
I'm surprised that Amber didn't take a digital photography course just so that she could do her own family photos. But
yeah,
we haven't gotten to that point
yet. If she
yet.
had extra electives, I'm sure she would.
Yeah, she would have been able to pick that up. And Jonah's defending this, though, where he's like, Mom has a ton of family photo experience because she's been bossing people around on how to take pictures for years.
Dude, he gets on my nerves so much when he defends her.
Well, yeah, because that's his job.
He loves to defend Trent and Amber.
That's his job. Yeah, that's his role, is he gets to support everything that mom and dad do because they can do no wrong and everything is good and we need to listen to mom and dad.
It's also Alex's project for school and he's supposed to be learning.
Right.
So
what are we learning out of this? Aside from
that Amber's the one who knows how to take pictures and you don't.
Aside from don't have this many people around to help out with this too. Because then they're trying to make Leighton smile. They're doing the sneezing thing with it, which that's usually how we get Maisie to come into our that's how we can do the recall with her.
That's how we can summon her to another room.
Yeah, she'll come in from another room if you sneeze because Dr. Maisie has to check on you and make sure that you're all good. So Leighton lost interest in that very quickly too. So it was like, well, we only have so much to work with now. I guess that becomes a struggle here.
Let's go to the chickens.
That's not, because this is,
we have another
finding out.
Okay, go ahead.
We're finding out more about the chickens and the intention behind them. Because this wasn't just a Amber impulse buy where she wants animals for Leighton to play with in the backyard. This is something else that was required as a school project.
I don't
for
think
Emma?
so. I think Emma figured out she has to do something with these chickens now. And so this was something that she could do with them. School project.
So you still think it was an Amber impulse buy that she just wants to have chickens around for Leighton to...
If you bought 4 chickens and multiple chicken coops and now you have to take care of them for a college class, you're doing too much.
Yeah. Well,
for a single grade?
That's what we're finding out with Trent is not happy with the living conditions of the chickens, which agreed. We were very upset by that last week.
I will give him a pass for taking time away from everything else he needs to be doing to get them a proper home.
Yes.
Because we've upgraded the coop. And
it's tall enough where they can stand up inside of it too. I mean, the people can,
not just the chickens.
Because that first one, I don't know if they could all stand up inside of it at the same time.
No, they couldn't.
No, probably not.
It was too small. There was no way.
It was very small. And so, this one it's very large. It's improved. It's one biggie housey for all these chickens to go into. And so Trent is very impressed by this. I don't know how much this one cost though.
Oh, it looked expensive. It was custom built.
He said, he kept referring to the one that Amber got on Wayfair as the cheap one. So I don't think, this one by comparison would not be considered this is not a cheap one.
Did you notice though, when they put it down, that they did not make sure that it was on a level piece of property because there was a hole underneath the bottom of it in one spot where I was thinking a predator could get in.
Oh no. Well, I was noticing it was on wheels because I was like, this thing's honking big. You're not going to be able to just carry it around. So they were just rolling it around. But maybe that was why it was lifted off the ground a little bit. I was like, I don't think you can leave it on the wheels. I think the wheels are just so you can get it in place and then remove those so that way it lays flat.
I don't know. We'll probably never see these chickens again.
I don't know.
They're here for this scene about Emma's class.
Yeah, they got caught. Oh, they're already getting sick of some of the chickens too. They're like, Kevin. This Kevin chick's got an attitude. He's always caw-cawing.
Like chickens tend to do.
He's
making lots of noise. It's so annoying.
Lots of noise.
Ugh, they're ready to get rid of Kevin.
Kelvin.
He's going to get the boot soon. They also... was this the scene where they had Bryce chase the chickens, or it's when she was out there working on her project?
I think they were catching the chickens first because they had to move them into the new coop. And then when she was showing off for the college class, Bryce was trying to grab some of the chickens. And then that was
against his will.
They
were making him do it.
But then he was trying to prove them wrong that he could grab a chicken. And then he very quickly lost interest where he was like, the more I attempt and fail, they're just going to rip on me about it.
Yeah, they were laughing at him.
Yeah, so that's where it's just like, just don't even try. That's the lesson that Jonah learned. That's what he's internalized his whole life, too. Just don't even try.
So she's studying animal behavior for a psychology class. And that's what the chickens are here for. She's going to train them to do tricks.
Okay. Train them to do tricks. I think she's putting food in places where the chickens then tend to interact. Because I think that was what she was able to train them to do, was she's like, oh, they eat out of my hand. Yeah, because that's where the food is. So they're just doing, that's not really like a on command sort of thing. Well, I mean, they're just naturally going for their food.
She's working her way up to it. They're going to use a swing. They're going to play music.
Didn't see the swing. Didn't see that happen. And then playing music was just sprinkling food on a xylophone, which they happened to be pecking, but like there's no intention behind it. You know what I'm saying?
That feels like cheating.
That feels like you didn't train them to do something. If you train them to do something, they would do the thing and you would reward them with food. But if you're just putting food on a xylophone and then they're pecking the xylophone, it feels like they're just eating on a xylophone. That's not really them playing music. Do you understand do you understand my complaint?
They're using it as a plate.
That's what's happening. And there is music that's being created inadvertently as a byproduct of them eating off of something that they shouldn't be eating off of.
It was not a recognizable song.
Yeah, I didn't hum the tune along with the chickens as they played it. Yeah, so it didn't seem like it was trained to play music. They were just kind of inadvertently having other things happen.
Do you think she's only allowed to study psychology because Amber went to school for what's her degree in?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it started...
Social work was what she was going for.
It started with early childhood education and then turned into social work.
Yeah. I think that it's like, oh, you have to take like the animal courses. You like animals. You wanted to be a vet and stuff. Yeah. Remember that was the whole...
Also, the working with people is my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix all the people.
Yeah.
So you can focus on the animal kingdom.
You can train animals to do things, to eat things off of different things.
That should be a lucrative career.
That feels like a Boppa golf sort of niche on that.
Now, I'm telling you, Amber's getting ready to send Emma to the farm too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That could be a whole other plan. Or she's trying to start up her own farm and then have Emma.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Right.
Alex is not going to that farm in Ohio.
I don't think so.
The farm is coming to Alex. He just doesn't know it yet.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know yet. Because it's whatever Allie has said that she doesn't want to leave. And it's like, oh, you don't have to. Look, we already have all the things. So come do that here.
They've got that empty lot.
Yeah. Make it happen.
Amber's going to see how many chickens she can put on it.
Make it happen.
Well, we're going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back with some things going wrong with the wedding planning. Imagine that.
It's another wedding planning disaster. And what are we doing? Yeah, we're trying on. Remember the tuxes that we had fit that we were going to say rentals? No rentals. We buy to own in this family. That's what we're doing.
Because they need to be tailored.
Because we're paying for alterations.
Yes.
And we're doing legitimate alterations, not just rolling things up and pinning them haphazardly within our pants where we'll just stick a foot through them. We're not looking to do all that. We're going to buy these clothes and, they don't fit. This doesn't look
After
good.
They've been altered, they don't fit.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least Trent's doesn't.
Who measured these? Who did that?
That would be a valid excuse if Alex's suit didn't fit him, but it does.
Alex fits. Yeah. So now Trent's like, this feels like a me problem. This isn't a tailoring problem. This isn't a measuring problem. I feel like I'm carrying a little bit of holiday weight and I don't want to talk about it right now. Is what's happening.
We haven't even gotten to the holidays yet.
No, but I'm still carrying a little bit of holiday weight.
It's only been a couple weeks, but I know they've talked about how a little bit of weight is a big difference for them.
Yeah.
So I think he's been a little stressed out.
Yeah, not eating the healthiest. And so then that's what he's realizing. I think I can turn this around pretty quick, though. If I really focus in strict on my diet and just stay with healthy foods, and I'll shed the pounds away here, like super fast.
He's got a lot of physical labor to be doing outside.
Yeah, so I hope he's eating enough food to then, sustain himself here while he does this. Maybe he put on some muscle, lugging all this flagstone around that he's doing.
That's nice of you to make that excuse for him.
I'm trying. I'm trying my best. I'm trying.
I mean, the shirt's barely buttoning. They're like, you look like you're going to pop all the buttons off of it.
You're going to bop a
bop a golf a pop a button. We're going to have a big problem here.
It's like me putting on a J. Crew shirt in a large. Woo! Look out. It's not going to do it. Structural integrity of this vessel is not holding up. Yeah. Big problems.
Thank God they didn't rent.
Yeah. Yeah, he was going to Incredible Hulk his way out of that thing. And so that's it. That's the end of that.
I think they just make you rent another suit, right?
You're going to lose your deposit.
You got the wrong size. They're like, too bad. Rent
Is there
another
a deposit you put for that? For a rental, probably, right? Because then, you return this thing and it's scraps. That's no good.
Blew all the seams out.
We can't redo this. Yeah, this is a whole new piece of clothing that we're going to need to make now from scratch.
So add that to the list of things that Trent needs to be thinking about in the next month.
Weight loss. Yes. Add that on their weight loss journey, weight loss goal here.
And then we get the reveal of the portraits that Alex took in his photography session.
And they
whatever
were good.
You want to call it.
They were they looked good. They were printed out. It's Leighton and Amber. And we got.
I feel like Amber ran them through like an AI Photoshop tool.
That's what I'm saying. The editing, I think the editing saved him here. You got a pretty decent baseline. And actually, portrait, not so bad, where you don't really have to worry about framing. You already have your subject, and that's it. You're kind of mindful of what's going on in the background a little bit, and just make it an interesting scene for the eye. And I think he was able to achieve that.
Okay. With
these crops here. Specifically the one that he got of Emma, too. Really essence capturing here.
This, for me, confirmed that Emma is the new Anna.
Yeah.
We've been mentioning it, that we thought there were little signs, like him, when they were all making fun of her feet when she went to go get the tattoo. Here we are again with this face that Emma was making at some point that he took a picture of.
There was another one that I picked up on. Very subtle. It was one of these in between segments that they had where it was like those little, remember when they were doing those little boomerang sort of things where it was like Elizabeth kicking a soccer ball and then it would rewind and then it would do it again. And
that was like the in-between scenes.
Yeah, they're go between the segue stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Where they would just lead into another scene. So they made a bunch of those for that season. This season, they haven't really been doing that. They haven't even had the intro or anything because I think it has everybody in it. And so they didn't reshoot that.
Well, we don't get intros in the screeners.
Oh, is that it? Is that why?
I think it's still the old one that they're using.
They're still using that one? Because they still use that same card when they go to commercial and stuff where it's all of them. But Alex with his bow tie when he was 9 years old when the show started and stuff.
Spend some money, TLC, to take new pictures of them.
Take a photo.
Amber will take the pictures herself.
Clearly, we've already established that. But no, okay, so there was another one where they were doing a little segue type thing, which was weird because they haven't been doing that really this season. But it was one where there was a pizza on the counter and then they were grabbing slices and walking off with it. And Emma came over and took the last 4 slices. She piled up a whole bunch of pizza and then walked away with it. So that was my other thing where I was like, I think we're building into
you think they're judging her?
They're shitting on Emma now instead of where they would have shat upon Anna.
But that's the show choosing to put that in. Versus,
I don't know.
I feel like the family making.
You know what I'm saying? If it's self-shot stuff, yeah. So the basis of what they're doing with the self-shot stuff, and then stuff like this where it's Emma all cross-eyed and goofy faced, and then that's the print that you're gonna make for her.
And then Alex was like, "Well, that's how her face typically looks." So
yeah,
it's an accurate representation,
right? So. And I mean, I get it. The brother thing, the sibling thing.
But this is
that's
how
one
he
thing.
used to talk about Anna.
It's the pattern of if there's never any nice stuff, is a problem. Like I have a problem with that.
Well, and when it's multiple family members ganging up on one person.
Yeah.
And you don't see like the teasing being equally distributed across the family. That's when it feels like, oh, so we're targeting somebody to be the black sheep.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much. That's what's going on here. So we've got other stuff that we can work on, though, aside from printing out our beautiful photography stuff and trying on clothes.
It's finally time to finish the pavilion.
Oh, the pavilion. Yeah, we're going to try to lay some flagstone at the pavilion, which I love how this is the most time intensive thing. And this is what Trent has put on himself as this is what needs to get done. Nobody else has asked for this. This is a Trent project where he's like, I'm so stressed about this because it's the most labor intensive, time intensive thing that we have to do that nobody asked for this
Also,
entire
then
wedding.
hire somebody to do it.
Right. That's what it comes down to, is where it's like, okay, it could take you and everyone else in this family a month of weekends getting this done, or you can pay a crew to do it in one day. Which one do you want to go with?
I think at this point, it's becoming very obvious that they need to bring in extra people because they're not getting the work done.
Yes. And so they are setting it up. I feel like there is a part of it where Trent is... It's like me with the drywall in the garage, where I could pay somebody to do it, but I think whoever I would pay to do it won't do what I would be doing with it. Do you understand?
You're worried about the quality of the craftsmanship you're going to receive.
Of the work. Quality of the work is what is coming to mind. Because like sometimes you pay people to do stuff and they do a shit job. And then it's like,
that's frustrating.
This is really annoying, especially if you're Trent, where it's like, he's probably very particular. He's already thinking about like, oh, the food's going to go over here. We need to lay really big pieces of flagstone over here so it's nice and level, where you have, you can set multiple tables up over here and it's not going to be all wobbly and uneven because the stone is, at different heights. We're just going to have large pieces of flagstone for this area where we're going to have the tables set up. So they're specifically building the flagstone around the layout for the wedding.
It's so weird.
But I mean, if he's that particular about it, if he just hired people to do this, is he going to be in agreement about how they're laying things out?
Probably not.
Probably not. I think he's going to get very picky. Oh,
I'm going to tickle my throat.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's something in this room. I feel like we got to air this place out or something.
Don't say that, because I was just thinking about when they had the mold behind the bookcase.
Oh, no,
when they worked on that.
Not that there's mold in here. I'm saying like, I think there's like drywall dust.
I think that's how Trent got donkey brain.
I think that's a contributing factor, guys. And nobody wants to talk about it because this is like the first family project that they've all worked on all together
in a long time,
since I can't even remember when. Yeah, they're flashing back to all the ramps, the wheelchair ramps that they've had to build and construct, deconstruct,
Those projects always went well.
Snip, snap on the wheelchair ramps leading into the front of their old house. And then, there was the big moldy bookcase when they first moved into this house, black mold, which nobody had masks on. Nobody put gloves on. Nobody had goggles on.
No.
None of that.
I'm sure they didn't remediate it properly either.
No, but they were like, oh, we got to get it out of the house. I think that we've caused a bigger problem here, and there's a lot of exposure now that we need to be aware of, but nobody really seemed to care about that at all. And then we had our wonderful pavilion build, too. So not even the flagstones at the pavilion, but...
When Jonah was falling off the ladder.
when Jonah biffed it, and then... There were multiple people who've said that they can't watch this show because they get stressed to the max watching these people try to do these projects. And they're like, somebody's going to fucking die. Like, somebody's going to be irreparably harmed from this. Like, there's no coming back from some of these injuries that they will sustain.
This is one of the lesser of the, I guess, on the danger scale, one of the less dangerous things that they've done.
It's all at the ground level.
Yeah.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's no heavy beams that are being hoisted to uncomfortable heights that nobody can reach. So it's better. It's better, but it's still a ton of work. Yeah, there's all this sand that they have to put in, and then you got to lay the stones in, and then it's just Amber's hearing, how many more trips are we going to have to do? 3 more? I'm not doing that.
Oh, I loved how she just pieced out. She's like, I got other things that I have to be doing.
Yeah, I'm not.
This is your project.
No, I got a lot of other stuff I could be working on. Liz found the loophole, though, because she's like, if you just walk around and look like you're doing things, Trent just kind of assumes that you're helping, even though you're not.
I don't think that's going to get you very far in the project, though. We've only got a few weekends left to go.
Well, yeah. So for wanting to get everything done before the wedding, simultaneously, then you don't want to contribute to help with any of this. So I think that's what I'm struggling with.
It's her wedding. It's my
Liz.
wedding. I shouldn't be out here working.
Well, then what else are we going to do? Who are you going to pay to come do this then? Like, how is this going to get done? I think
she doesn't care. Just get it done.
Expect it to be done, I suppose.
Well, we have one more scene that we have to watch this episode, and it involves Liz's wedding dress.
Yeah.
Which we're supposed to believe has been delayed in shipping.
Allegedly. Even though it was within the shipping time frame that they gave them, 12 to 16 weeks was what they told them. And now that it has been bumped, they're like, oof, that's too close. We need alterations done. And so we just need to buy the floor model. The floor model, please.
She kept calling it the floor model, and it was driving me insane.
Open box discount.
That's when you're buying a dress off the rack. It's the sample dress. Not the floor model.
The floor model.
She said it at 2 different points in the episode.
Okay, she does have a couple of car salesmen in the house.
I know.
So I think that's why they kept referring to it as the floor model. That's what they're comfortable with. That's what they understand it as.
So this is the dress that everyone else has tried on when they've come in the shop.
And this thing is stretched and skewed, and
it's been through a lot.
It's been pushed to the limit at this point. There's some hooks that will not recover and that will not make it through this. But that's, hey, as part of the alterations, we're just going to kind of lump that in as stuff that needs to get done. Add it to the list.
So they take this to the family seamstress, whose name is Amy. This is who's been altering all of their clothes for all these years. And this is a big responsibility to alter somebody's wedding dress.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it. Like, she's done all of their stuff. So not just everyday wear clothes and things like that. Like, she's done formal wear for them, prom dresses and like multiple.
I know, but there's a lot of pressure when it's somebody's wedding dress.
I get it. I get it.
Like, for Amy, there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and Amy's taking that to heart too, where she's like, I got concerns about some of the requests that are being made. Because Amber's like, I'll just cut it. Just cut around here and then just hoist that part up. And Amy's like,
It's like, you don't know how to sew, Amber. Like, that's part of the problem. You're trying to give solutions, and that's not going to look good. What's happening is the bottom of the dress has like a scalloped edge to it. And when you have to alter a dress and make it shorter, you typically cut off whatever fabric is down below. But they want to keep the hem of the dress. They like the scalloped edge, and she essentially would have to cut that off.
Okay. I thought the issue was that there was like a layering thing that was going on too, where it was like the lace that was on top of everything. If you just hack off the bottom of this and then you try to attach that lace and like slide everything up, then that gets all messed up too. There's just going to be this hard line all the way around the bottom of it too. I thought that was another element because it's like there's 2 layers. There's like the under part,
right,
and then the lace over the top.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of complexity on this edit.
Amber was trying to say, well, all you need to do is just like pin these pieces up so that you're pulling the whole bottom piece up and basically like create a second layer so that you don't have to cut any length off of the dress. And she was like, I don't know about that.
Nah, babe. Yeah. Like, I know you, Amber. I know you're not going to like that. You're not going to like that look. How that ends up, I don't think that's going to be to your standard and to your liking.
Oh, and apparently it's all about Amber anyway, because Liz says nothing. She gives no instruction for having the dress altered.
Why do you think so?
Because Amber has to control all things at all times?
Partially. I think what we're struggling with is that Liz does not understand. There's a language barrier here for Liz.
I think there was for Amber too.
Amber doesn't want to say that because then that would make Liz feel uncomfortable, where Amber doesn't really know if the instructions have been conveyed in a way that is fully understood here. And like that, I don't think Amber knows what they're going to get out of this either.
Yeah.
I think they're leaving this up to Amy for the alterations, which like trust her because yes, she has done a good job with all this other stuff our entire lives. So like, let's just leave it to her for this. But I don't think Amber really fully understands like what the plan is.
I like that they think that it's a language barrier, but like part of the problem is Amber does not know how to sew.
Yeah.
So when she's trying to explain things, she's not explaining things in a way that makes sense to somebody who's trying to alter this dress.
No. Yeah. You're asking for things that aren't physically possible or things that are just absolutely insane to ask for, where it's like, hey, we want you to cut this all off, but also keep the bottom, which you would normally discard when cutting it off. And it's like,
well, that should have been something that was discussed when she tried that dress on and said that she liked it, where if you're going to talk about how it's going to need a lot of alterations, the people in the dress store should have said, you know, if you're going to, if you're going to alter this dress, you're probably going to lose this part at the bottom. Are you okay with that?
I think this is...
They just wanted to sell that dress.
I think they were trying to sell this dress and get them out of here. But then I think this is also a highlight into Liz's personality too, where I think that she still thinks that she's nice. And like, she doesn't realize that she has very high standards, but then she doesn't convey that to people. It's kind of like a commitment celebration ceremony dress where everybody was still getting tried and like pinning things and altering things. And they're like, yeah, it's great. I'm really looking forward to it. It's really exciting. When they should have been saying, there's no way you're going to get this done in time. Like there's no realistic communication that's happening from it. So I think Liz doesn't want to voice her opinions on any of this. She leaves it to Amber to be stern and straight shooting and like doing all this stuff, because Liz doesn't want to be perceived as demanding and bridezilla.
Well, that's basically too bad because we see it anyway.
Well, I know we see it because then that's the thing too, is where it's like, I think you're going to be upset if you went in there and you didn't say anything and then they just hand you the altered dress and then you're like, what the hell happened to this thing? And then you're all upset. Well, you didn't convey any of that stuff. So I think that's a big part of this, is where it's like, you need to kind of be on the same page when it comes to that stuff. So I don't know if that's where it was too. What they were trying to say, that it was language barrier stuff, even though it was like, no, like you guys have been coming to Amy your whole lives. I think that you have an established way of communicating where you guys must understand each other if you've been working together for this long. Like to pin it on that just seemed kind of out of pocket too. For me.
Well, it can't be a shortcoming on Amber's end.
Oh, I guess not. Obviously not. Clearly.
Next episode, it's Liz's surprise bridal shower.
I don't know what it
2.0.
What is this? Yeah. How many strippers are going to be at this one? I don't know.
They're very worried about the surprise cover being blown.
That was the biggest issue that they had. I don't know.
Trent gets to work on some of these projects and he starts having heart palpitations.
Again, you are pushing yourself to a limit where it was like, sir, you have not been doing this all day, every day. This is not your livelihood anymore. And so to just come out here and try to blast through 2 months worth of yard work and labor and projects, like that's not going to work out, man.
Well, I think they're trying to gear us up for a medical emergency, but it's not for Trent.
Oh, no.
Because Nana is going to pass away.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Well, they showed us.
Right. But like, yeah, this is rough. It's very similar to, when we went back and watched that episode right before Poppy passed away too, where it was just like, they were doing all this stuff, trying to prepare and get ready, and then it was like, nope, that didn't happen. So it's just weird to see that play out again, though, in this similar way.
Yeah. Well, that'll be next week.
R.I.P. Nana.
R.I.P. Thanks for listening. See you next time.